Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Visual Effects Artist React. My name is Nico, and we're going to be kicking off the show with some cool clips here.
Roll the clip!
There's only one way out of this thing where you're still breathing.
Amour is how you say love in French.
Amour.
Armor.
Amour.
Amor Stoudemire.
It's also a movie that was made last year. Roll the armored truck.
My God! Oh, Sylvester Stallone! No, Sylvester Stallone! Your gun is shooting CGI.
Dude, that's deceased Uncle 04 breath.
dude.
Deceased.
They're not even tracked. The camera's getting closer to it, but the smoke is staying the same size.
You're right. It's just not tracked.
Oh my God, that grenade launcher! The fake actor gun kick.
His recoil's not even timed up with the smoke. It's so funny. The scene's already preposterous. It's like, everyone open fire.
But sir, we're on a bridge standing at opposite ends. We'll shoot our own men.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
There's crossfire happening like crazy right now.
Oh my God.
Right? Dude, there's a crazy thing you might not notice. They're taking the suppressor at the end of the gun and putting like a motion blur and wiggle on it each time they shoot. See that?
Wait.
Yeah,
In
you're
the
right.
close-up,
That's so weird.
They're compositing the end of the suppressor to go and wiggle with some motion
That's
blur.
so weird.
It looks like it's the wobbly pencil effect.
I'm just gonna be blunt, it looks awful. Dude, these guys have never watched a YouTube video of somebody shooting guns in their life.
I hate being mean about VFX, but this looks awful. This looks...
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
You'd have a hard time getting VFX this bad for free. These are the effects done by the editor in Adobe Premiere, literally the night before the movie's going out for color grading.
An hour later, they're still on the bridge.
Oh, they're in the water. Whoa.
Wait,
Whoa, no.
what the heck?
Oh my gosh.
That water.
So it got knocked off the bridge.
Wait, that water.
And it's sinking. They're too late.
Oh no, if only you, wait, whoa. They did an air for water shoot. Air for water.
Air for water.
Dry for wet.
Oh my God, just the frame rate dropped too?
Air for water? Is that?
Dry for wet.
I think it's called dry for wet, right?
Wow, that was insanity. These guys are just like in direct sunlight.
The way his badge was just swinging back and forth underwater.
One, the footage is low frame rate for some reason, and they have bubbles, which are a different frame rate for some reason.
They're so much brighter.
Yeah. And
Oh,
they just,
I
like,
know why they're
sunlight-
brighter, because they're just 2D elements that are set to screen on top of the footage.
Yeah.
That's like 3 layers tops in Resolve. Just like a light blue tinted bubbly filter.
I find the water to be really interesting here because it simultaneously seems really well done and awful at the same time.
It's like they got some decent fluid sims from somebody. And it's motion tracked and it's masked correctly. It doesn't look very real at all, but like the movement is good.
It's actually, I think, pretty well simmed.
I mean, the fact that there's just a fluid sim to begin with in this is like
it's
a big step up.
It's very surprising.
I mean, these are easily the most advanced effects of the entire movie. It's a weird dichotomy. If you follow the line above his eyes there, it doesn't look like there's any refraction.
There's a little bit of distortion, but there's no refraction. Like it's not shifted like it should be.
The other thing I'm noticing is that the water doesn't get darker as it goes into the dark space. You know, it's all just as bright as it was outside, so it doesn't look like it was lit very well for the render.
It shows you there's so much more than just having a good sim. Like you need to have it comped, you need to have the actual scene directed and lit a certain way. You need to have all the particulate. You need to have so many things beyond just a good sim. Because the sim itself looks fine.
And wait, what's
This is insane.
Wait, time out.
This is absolute insanity.
They crossfaded
They
it.
crossfaded from that to the river to imply it was fully submerged.
Oh my God, just, yeah, the texture. I thought we were crossfading to like an aerial shot of the water.
No,
and it's just this instead.
I mean, a VFX artist tried.
You're too kind. I don't think a VFX artist was involved with this. After watching that scene in Armor, we're all thinking the same thing. Those guys could have used some higher quality assets, from Artlist, which is today's sponsor. Artlist is a one-stop shop for premium music, sound effects, images, videos, all created by top international artists and filmmakers. Now let's say you've scoured the millions of assets on their site and still can't find what you need. Well, now they have an AI image and video generator allowing you to upload your images and command them to do exactly what you need. There are so many more features though. First off, boom, they got stems for your audio. That's sweet. They also have LUTs that help you color grade your footage to any way you want. Also, did I mention they have downloadable plugins for After Effects and Premiere and Resolve to allow you to color grade and do like advanced editing stuff. It's crazy. Artlist is also easier to use than ever with some of their new filters, including the similar footage feature, allowing you to discover all of the awesome video clips and assets across the site that match it. Also, did I mention they have an AI voiceover feature allowing you to create custom narration with professional narrators? I'm just scratching the surface with the amount of features on Artlist. So if you want to check them all out, check out the link in the description and get 2 months free with any annual plan.
I wanted to bring a new movie trailer that just dropped for Tron.
What's Tron?
There's Trons in real life. They're supposed to be in the video game. Oh no, they got lasered.
That I thought was pretty sick looking. The way you have all like the hot metal still glowing, you have like the actual cross section of the car, and it looks like an actual car stunt that's like diverting out somehow.
It actually does look real outside of like the laser trail, which makes me wonder.
And the bikes look sick.
They do. I wonder how they're doing them. I wonder if they're practical.
Doubtful.
Dude, they blocked a missile with a trail of light.
They have a flying one now.
That alone, I was like, okay, I'm hyped. I know nothing about this movie, other than I guess I'm interested in the concept of Tron in real life.
So this is just serious pixels.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's Morbin time.
Oh
yeah,
God,
and that was the moment.
ruins.
Visually, I think it looks spectacular, and I'm excited for it. From a story standpoint, I mean, yeah, it's serious pixels.
Let's go back to 1997.
Anaconda!
Don't want none.
This was like 28 years ago?
If you notice when the snake attacks him, you notice this cool wiring they have on him. They spin him around.
Oh, whoa.
I could hear it flapping.
Oh, wait, whoa, look at that neck.
Look at that neck! Dude, look at that neck snap! Ah!
It looks like there's a practical snake for a lot of this, and then that's a CG.
Well, I mean, the snake's mouth has a perfect cut point there, so you could theoretically have like a dummy or prosthetic that you are spinning underneath that just for the neck.
Yeah, that could be a dummy, you're right. Because the guy's face doesn't like move at all.
Which would mean that like the whole twist would be actually in camera.
Yeah.
Wild. They're managing to do the lighting on it pretty well.
Yeah, it's not as shiny as it needs to be. Look at the shines on him and how they're bright, hot, white shines, and the snake doesn't have that same thing happening.
But that was also a limitation of rendering in the 90s. You couldn't get those hot spots.
He didn't have HDR.
And you can tell when you look at the practical shot, see how sharp those highlights are on the skin of the snake?
Yeah.
It's very localized, sharp reflections of the sunlight hitting it. Real snake, cool. Wait, was that Owen Wilson? Owen Wilson looks exactly the same.
Yeah, he hasn't changed at all. Pretty solid at practical effects.
How are they getting the snake to whip around?
They actually built a fully articulated robot snake, and it has 120 joints.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Actually, what the heck? Wow, it's like fully articulate. It's actually like doing an S curve.
Yeah, not only does it move, but like it performs really well. And they got a tail there. I don't know how they're animating it or puppeteering it, but it's really well done.
That's nuts.
It looks really good.
It actually is very nuts.
I would love to see something like this at Disneyland. Like, you know how scary that would be? Seeing this come out of the wall and move around?
Oh my God, this is legitimately impressive.
It's super cool.
I mean, was it submersible or are they using a different snake for the underwater
That's
stuff?
a good question. I would guess that it could get wet. Anacondas live in water. All right, so with that newfound appreciation for the snake, let's go keep watching.
tiniest baby hand crossbow. Coppola was inspired from Anaconda.
Oh, the contrast.
You can tell it's an effect shot before it even
contrast
happens.
changes.
This is Owen Wilson right now.
So this is like a film scan going into the computer, and you can see the color shifting
Yeah, it's
happening.
so dark.
Dude, what happened to the frame rate there, sir?
Sam noticed the weird double frame thing happening there. So this is actually a slow motion shot. But when Owen Wilson's getting whipped around by the snake, that part is too slow, so they needed to speed it up. Back in the day, if you want to do speed changes, the only way you can really do that is to either add or move frames, in other words, like duplicate a frame or take some frames out, or you can turn on frame blending in your editor, which will basically just do a small crossfade between your frames. Back then, they didn't have optical flow for speeding things up and slowing things down. Optical flow is where you study how pixels move from one frame to the next, create vector paths, and you can morph and warp your frames to create those in-between frames. But here they don't have that, so in order for them to speed it up, you're basically seeing a little bit of the frame before and a little bit of the frame after overlaid on each other, each at like half transparency. And that's how they're blending the frames. It looks like garbage. I hate frame blending. Yeah.
The CGI snake looks incredible, though.
That's
compared
what I was about to
Compared
say.
to all the other shots.
CGI snake gets better and better as the movie goes on.
That's some thin skin. Wow.
What's one thick Owen Wilson, by the way? Because like Anaconda's already this wide. He's like this wide right there.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wait!
That's pretty sweet.
Wait, what?
It's such a cool wire gag right
That's
there.
sick.
And whoever animated the snake did such a good job like incorporating the motion.
Ooh, with the
a-
G-forces.
I don't know how they did that, to be honest
What a
with you.
stunt!
Is it reversed?
The way I was wondering if it was reversed too, but this is all in camera and the water is still going
Yeah,
down.
you're right. So the rope's coming down in front of him. It's going around under his legs to his back, at which point it's rolled around his midsection twice. So he hits the bottom, does the backflip as the rope starts to unwind, and now it's going to start unwinding from his middle while they also reel it in to make him do the yo-yo effect.
That looks like it would hurt a lot.
Wow.
And we're not even like talking about the excellent compositing of the snake there. You see the jiggle on the snake? Nico, you see that jiggle?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Dude, the jiggle! The snake has jiggle physics.
The snake comes in underneath and hits him in the face, and that causes him to do that. Like, there's so many good ideas with how the snake is animated to justify that crazy motion.
They even have like one of the branches in the tree kind of wiggling a little bit just to sell the motion. See that?
Or is that the line hitting the tree?
Or is that the line hitting the tree? Yeah, what a great shot. A lot of great things. Cool stunt, cool snake animation, cool compositing.
Well, guess what, Sam? The movie's not over yet.
Whoa.
It's very fast.
Whoa! Dude, that's a really good looking render.
That one of the snake going up and grabbing him is the best looking render in the entire movie.
This is probably like one of the last shots they did, and so they have the entire production's worth of experience, and they're finally putting it all into this shot.
Yeah, you can see like the skin is crisp, the shine is perfect, there's wrinkles, there's muscle lines. Like they got it all figured out right here.
Compared to Armor, you know, the way they've made these shots better and better is definitely the way to go.
Very like weird interpretation of what the inside of a snake looks like.
I really like that.
All right, that snake should be full for the next month and a half.
I love that little wink, which doesn't make any sense.
Wait, that was a sick shot there.
It was. The fire,
They matched the fire really well. Whoa, and then they actually lit that on fire.
Flaming hot snake.
They just poured a bunch of gasoline on it and said YOLO. They lit the model on fire. Wait, that's real fire. Dude, that was sick.
Wow.
Let's take a look at Night at the Museum. The hero of the first Night at the Museum movie is Rexy.
That looks pretty good.
This is like a really, really good looking shot right here. For some reason, this just looks super photorealistic to me.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because it's the really unique lighting. It's all backlit.
Like all the bump details are there and really well rendered.
Do you think that foot shot is real?
I do. That looks like
That
a
looks real,
practical.
right?
Yeah.
This was mostly Rhythm and Hughes handling this. They LiDAR scanned every single bone and they were trying to replicate the actual skeleton in the actual Museum of Natural History. They couldn't really proceduralize any of this. And so it was just a painstaking process getting it all put together. And then when it came to animation, they were struggling because it's like, this is a skeleton, so it should be relatively lightweight. It doesn't have all the muscle and flesh of a real dinosaur. So they tried to animate it like moving quicker because that's how it would move. But they realized that it wasn't working. It didn't look right. They had to actually animate it like it is a full-scale T-Rex with all of its muscles and flesh, and then it actually started looking real. But another random thing I learned from researching this is that Rhythm and Hughes has their own proprietary rendering engine called Ren.
REN or WREN?
WREN.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Our in-house render engine, Ren. They're making renders.
They're making renders.
We've not actually looked at the first Iron Man, I don't think.
I know, no, it's been on my list to look at the Iron Man movies because somehow we've kind of glossed over them
We've looked a little at
entirely.
2, we looked a little at 3, we've never even looked at the first one, but there's one really incredible shot in the first film. We should take a look.
Oh, I know this scene. I know what's going on here. He's got this arc reactor that is inside of his chest. And then in camera here, he pulls out a thing that should clearly be inside of his chest, which of course we all know is physically impossible while still remaining alive.
It's like pulling it out's cool, but like the moment she starts interacting with it, that's when it gets really uncanny.
It's not pus.
She's complaining about the goop, but isn't that her whole thing?
Obviously at Goop, we're very into health and wellness.
Like, it's crazy how he's like talking and you see his chest breathing and everything.
he's breathing.
It's like, it's unified, like all the motion.
I wonder if he's just standing up straight and that's a prosthetic chest.
That's exactly what is happening. This is all like in camera. This is a practical thing. It's a prosthetic chest that they blend really nicely somewhere up around his collarbone, I think. And so like his shoulders and neck and his arms are all real, but the chest is just resting on his chest. So I think when he's breathing in, it's pushing that upward.
Someone else is puppeting it with him. That's the thing. Like,
Are you sure?
It's yes, absolutely. Because not only does his chest rise a little bit, but you see his abdomen rise as well. So there's totally someone down there puppeting it with him along with his performance.
They're doing such a good job of it. It's crazy how good practical effects have become also. CGI steals the limelight because it has all these crazy technological advancements, but like comparing this to any practical effects from the 80s or 90s, this is flawless. It does not look like a practical effect. It just looks like the real thing.
Nice.
I'm glad you reminded me of this, Sam, because I've been wanting to take a look at the first Iron Man for a while, so I think next week we're bringing in Iron Man. Also, there's the Crew Cuts channel on YouTube. It used to be the Guillotine channel, but now we're putting up vlogs on it. Go check it out. I don't know how to do a backflip.